Today's video is going to be on my top 5 BB creams, CC creams, and lighter coverage foundations, which I think can be a challenge to find if you have oily combination skin, sometimes even normal skin, because they can slide off the face or make you look a little oily if you're not careful. And I'm really excited because today's video is in collaboration with Lisa J, who's going to be covering full coverage foundations. So if you're here from her channel, welcome. And if you're coming back and you're a regular viewer, welcome. Lisa and I met on a YouTube forum a couple of weeks ago. We've been talking and texting ever since. We both have 2 kids, but hers are quite a bit younger than mine are. And Lisa is a few years younger than I am. She's in her mid-30s, whereas I'm 42. But we both focus on beauty, lifestyle, anti-aging, skincare. So it just seemed natural to do this collab together. She's a former makeup artist, so she has a lot of knowledge about makeup and beauty in general. And she does beauty and lifestyle videos that are very down to earth and relatable. And I think you guys would appreciate that. One thing you won't find on her channel is bad hair. Her hair is fabulous. It's just so full and lustrous, and she never seems to mess with it. I'm always messing with mine because I've always got all these flyaways and I'm having to get it out of the way, like today. So go check her channel out. She's really great. I think you'll like her and find her very down to earth and relatable. I think I've said that about 5 times, but she is really great. Anyway, I'll have her channel linked above in the card, and I'll have her channel and her video on full coverage foundations down below in the description box so you can check her out. But in the meantime, if you want to see my top 5 BB creams, CC creams, and light coverage foundations, just keep watching. So for your reference, before I get started, because some of you may not know this, I live in a very hot and humid climate. I have oily combination skin and I am 42 years old. So I need something that's gonna stay on my face, not make me look oily or greasy, and last throughout the day. That's really tall order when you're looking at BB creams and CC creams. A lot of BB creams, CC creams, they make you really greasy, really shiny, really fast, and that is not what I want. So it's kind of hard to find ones that actually give me what I need from this type of foundation. So that's why I said in the beginning, it can be a challenge. And I will say that when I'm talking about the BB creams and CC creams in this video, I don't use them like they're skincare items. I use them like they're lightweight foundations. I use my skincare in the morning as I normally do. I prime first, just like I'm using a foundation, because I need to prime personally so foundations last longer on me, and I do set with powder. So I think you should know that ahead of time because that's just the way I do things so that things last on my face. Now we can go on. These are in no particular order. I'm just going with the ones that I really like and I think are absolutely great and that I reach for a lot. And I'm gonna start with the one that's probably the most obvious. If you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you know that I absolutely love Estee Lauder Double Wear Light. I'm in the shade 2.0. This foundation is $42 for 1 ounce of product, and it comes in 9 shades. Estee Lauder thinks a lot of their foundations when it comes to pricing, but they usually do a pretty good job. I like it because they claim 15-hour wear and that it's lightweight and that it's oil controlling, and it is all of those things. It also claims that it stands up through heat and humidity. It does that too. I brought this to Washington, D.C. and New York this summer as my only foundation and wore it the entire time, all day long, all night long, and it held up beautifully. It touched up beautifully the few times that I had to touch it up. It's just a really great, natural looking lightweight foundation. It's a step above looking like skin. It's not as heavy as Double Wear, but it's not as light as looking completely like your skin. It's just a beautiful lightweight foundation. It settles into a demi-matte finish. It's photo friendly, it lasts all day, it gives light to medium coverage, you can build it a little bit. It's your skin but enhanced, and it's reliable. This is my #1 reliable foundation in terms of light to medium coverage. I just love it. This will probably be in my foundation arsenal forever. And that is why this foundation is in this video. I don't think that I could have had a top lightweight light coverage foundation video without including this foundation in it. The next one I'm going to mention I think is a little bit controversial because some people love it, others cannot stand it because when they tried it, it felt heavy on their skin or it didn't last on their skin. And I don't know why this foundation is so polarizing, but for me, this foundation works beautifully and I was shocked by it. I do have a foundation road test on both this one and the last one. I'll let you know all the foundations that I have foundation road tests on, and I will link my foundation road test playlist so you can see the ones that I have tested for you guys. It is the CC Cream and it retails for $38 for 1.08 ounce of product. It comes in 7 shades and has SPF 50, which is pretty awesome. I still do use sunscreen before all of these just because, you know, you can't really have as much sunscreen as you need from a makeup product. It has peptides, hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, I think. It has antioxidants, vitamins A, B, C, and E in it. So it does have some really good ingredients in it. That's kind of the basis for IT Cosmetics in general for their facial products. I don't feel like this is heavy on my skin. You can see that in my foundation review, my foundation road test of this product. It can be light to full coverage, and I usually like to wear it lightweight. I can really apply it with anything, my fingers, a beauty blender, a brush. It's just really easy and it lasts throughout the day. I might need to touch up a couple of times during the day, but when I do, it doesn't get overly greasy. I was just stunned at how much I enjoyed this product. And I stayed away from it for years thinking it was gonna make me an oily, greasy mess, and it just didn't. So I will say that this is definitely one that if maybe you've stayed away from it thinking that it wouldn't work for you, pick up the smaller size that they have to try. That's how I tried it initially, so I wouldn't be stuck with a huge investment if I didn't like it, because they do have a travel size. The sunscreens that are in here are mineral sunscreens. This has been really great for my sensitive skin. It does have a fragrance, but it doesn't bother me and it dissipates once it's on the skin. It's not gonna give you an overly matte look. I don't think any of the foundations, actually no, there's a couple in here that will give me a more matte look, a natural matte look. This gives me more of a semi-matte look once I set it. And I just really enjoy this BB cream, CC cream. I never hear this next product talked about, and I think it's extremely underrated because it's a really great BB cream. It's the Tarte BB Tinted Treatment 12-Hour Primer with SPF 30. It's $37 for 1 ounce of product, and there are 4 shades. It does have kind of a thick texture, but it blends out really easily. It corrects redness. It doesn't settle into fine lines or into pores. It almost blurs everything out. It's lightweight. It makes my skin look good. It gives light to medium coverage, and it gives a natural look, but it can be built up if you want a little bit more coverage from it. And it's really long wearing. I'm really surprised that more people don't talk about this product, especially those with oily combination skin. I think anyone from normal to oily skin would really like this product. It does claim to be 12 hours, healthy treatment, buildable coverage, oil-free, pore minimizer, skin brightener. And I feel like it does all of those things. I really have enjoyed having this in my BB cream, CC cream arsenal, and I've reached for it a lot this summer, and it just gives me a really nice skin enhanced look, but with coverage, which is nice. So I definitely recommend this one. This is a fabulous underrated BB cream. I think I've said underrated about 5 times. I just discovered this next one a few months ago, after hearing about it, I think on Tiffany D's channel. She was raving about it, and since then I've heard a few more people talk about it. It's the Clinique Acne Solutions BB Cream SPF 40. It's $39 for 5 shades. It's 1 ounce. I was stunned when I applied this product. It is very liquidy. I found that when I applied it onto my skin, it was covering things, but yet looking exactly like my skin, which I have never experienced quite like this with any product before. I really prefer to use a dense brush or my fingers because it just literally melds into the skin. It looks like skin, and yet it covers really well. It really does mattify the skin and yet still looks like your skin. It is undetectable skin-like coverage. It minimizes the look of my pores. It just makes the skin look really nice. It's comfortable on the skin. It's breathable. Now, I had kind of a hard time finding this because it wasn't by the normal Clinique products in Sephora. It was by the sun care and skin care over in that area, but I really like this stuff. Now there's 5 shades. Now one thing that I didn't point out in the beginning was that with BB creams and CC creams specifically, there's not a lot of shades to select from. I find a lot of them are somewhat skin adjusting. So you might see that there's, 4 shades, 5 shades. I'm looking here, and you may have to kind of just pick and choose what you are, get a sample and try it. Sometimes I'll put one on my skin and I think there is no way that's gonna work, but then once it blends in, it really does look nice and it matches and it's fine. So there's some trial and error, but I do find that they're very forgiving and a lot of them do just match in the end. This is one that I would pick up if you have combination or oily skin and you're looking for something to mattify but look completely natural and give some coverage. I feel like this was a hidden gem. I don't suffer from acne anymore, and I never ever would have tried this on my own had I not seen it recommended somewhere else. So if you haven't tried it, you may want to give this a look. At first, I was not going to recommend this one because it functions more like a foundation than a BB cream. Even the claims in the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB cream say it keeps you shine free at even skin tone and it hides blemishes. That's pretty much it. They don't claim any good skincare benefits or anything, but it is called Clean Matte BB cream. It's $8 for 1 ounce and there are 6 shades. There's no SPF. It applies pretty matte, but it doesn't dry my skin out. It gives medium coverage. I use a damp beauty blender with it, and it really gives great coverage and keeps me matte and shine free, but it doesn't make me look flat at all. It's great with oil control. It lasts all throughout the day. So when I was traveling this summer and I knew I was gonna be in heat and walking around all day, it was a toss-up for me between this and this, which one was I going to bring? And like I said, this is my truly reliable foundation. In the end, I brought this one, but this was the runner-up. So that's why I talked about this in this video. It does feel good on the skin. It's lightweight, but it's not necessarily light coverage. If someone is looking for a BB cream to give them more medium coverage, this is a good option. I have 2 runner-ups. I don't know if I'm gonna get a slap on the wrist for mentioning these. I know Lisa had 1, and I'm probably breaking all kinds of rules by having 2. I'm gonna zoom through these really quickly, and there's a reason why I have 2 and not just 1. I really sat here forever trying to figure out which one should be the runner-up, but I just couldn't because honestly, I feel like I don't have hardly any drugstore in here and I really do reach for these a lot. And then the other one is not drugstore, but it really should be in the video too. The struggle is real. So I'm just gonna blow through these really quickly and tell you why I like them and why they were the runner-up. So the first are these 2 cushion foundations, and I'm putting them both in here because they're interchangeable for me. One is the L'Oreal Lumi cushion and the other is the Maybelline Dream cushion. Both of these are around $16. They're 0.51 ounces. They can be very, very thin, but they can be built up really easily. And these are lightweight, light coverage foundations. The drawback is that you don't get as much for your money in a cushion foundation, but a pro is that they're super convenient. And again, super, super sheer coverage, all the way up to almost full coverage. And I wanted to include them, but they're a totally different format than the other things that I was talking about. They're just really easy to apply. I use a dry beauty blender type sponge to apply these versus the sponge that's in here. But if I'm touching up for some reason, I'll use the sponge in here. And they're good for all skin tones. They even the skin nicely. They cover well. They blend in easily. They're just super, super easy. And they last pretty darn well throughout the day. I couldn't not mention those, even though I don't reach for these probably as much as the rest, but I think they are superb if you want something that builds all the way from sheer to medium. It covers well. It's super, super easy and super, super convenient. The other runner-up is the most expensive thing that I have here, but it's really great, and it's the Shiseido Synchro Skin foundation, and it's $45 for 1 ounce of product. There's 11 shades and it has SPF 20. It's oil-free, it's long-lasting, it gives skin-like natural medium buildable coverage. It's silky and sheer, yet it does provide coverage. This is one of the first really good bottled foundations that I found that really performs in such a way that it looks like your skin, but better. but yet doesn't look like makeup. You know, say your Skin But Better, it really doesn't look or feel like I'm wearing any makeup. So I wanted to include that. It's a great foundation. Those are my quick 2 runners up. Lisa, please don't kill me. So that's it. Those are my top 5/7 BB creams, CC creams, lightweight, light coverage foundations. It's a mouthful. So there are some products out there that can give you that lightweight skin-like coverage and stay on your face. And I think that's what we all want. So thank you so much for watching. Go check out Lisa's video too. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. And if you're not following me on social media, I'll put those on the screen and down below. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.